Okay, in a certain large population, 45% of people have blood group A. Okay, a random sample of 300 individuals is chosen from this population. Calculate an approximate value for the probability that more than 115 people of the sample have blood group A. So, in the first instance, this is something that we can describe as a binomial distribution problem, where x is a binomial random variable, where x is the number of people in the sample with blood group A blood. Okay, so we can describe x as a binomial random variable here with n equal to 300, which is a very large sample, and p the probability of success, where success is being in that blood group A. The probability of that success is 0.45. Now we want to first off, actually I'll just make two remarks that help us later on. So the expected value of x is n times p. This is the binomial mean, n times p, which is 300 times 0.45, which is 135. So we expect 135 people out of this sample to have blood group A. Okay, and the variance is n times p times 1 minus p. Okay, which should work out to be 74.25. Okay, now so this is the key thing here. The sample size is very large. Okay, make sure to note that. So we can approximate x using the normal distribution. Okay, now this is based on the central limit theorem, or sort of justified by the central limit theorem. So if you want to put in a little sentence about the central limit theorem, if you can put in a sentence about the central limit theorem, I know it's quite tough, but just to sort of mention it there somewhere, just sort of flag it. Okay, that's for the A1 answer. So essentially what we're going to do here is approximate x using the normal distribution. Okay, so in this case x is going to be a normal random variable with mean mu equal to 135 and variance which is 8.6168 squared. Okay, or in other words 74.25. Okay, now this is the important part here about continuity correction. Okay, so when we're dealing with discrete random variables such as the binomial random variable, what we might have to do is add a continuity correction factor when we are approximating it with a continuous random variable, in this case the normal random variable, the normal distribution. Okay, so if x is greater than n, okay, so this is the discrete we use this is the normal. Okay, probability of x greater than n plus 0.5. So that's where this 115.5 comes from. So that's when we add the the continuity correction factor. So in this case, we're starting off as binomial, and in this case, we're changing it to normal, or approximating it using the normal distribution. Just actually sort of highlight one thing here. The question explicitly states more than 115. Alright, so essentially this should be a fairly straightforward normal distribution question from now on. So essentially this is what we're asked to find. Okay, and this is the z-score formula here. So what we have to do is calculate the z-score, which is x minus mu over sigma. Okay, 115 minus 135 divided by 8.6168, and that's just to make a statement there, just to sort of state or make some sort of reference to what the z actually stands for. Just say it's the standard normal distribution with mean 0 and variance 1. Okay, so this should turn into a normal distribution question now quite quickly. So working that out, we find that the z-score is minus 2.26. So we're asked for find the probability of z being greater than minus 2.26. Now, using the symmetry rule, that is the probability of z being less than 2.26, which we should be able to find from the tables. Okay, symmetry rule there depending on which approach you're taking. If you're using the phi function, which might be how some people will be working, so I'm just going to sort of skip here. Okay, we can sort of disregard that step. That's why I left that blank. 1 minus phi of minus 2.26, and again that is the phi of 2.26, and that's just sort of, we make go from here to here using a combination of the symmetry rule and the complement rule. If you're not familiar with those, you're probably skipping too far ahead. Just go back to normal distribution questions just to get those properly sorted out in your head. Anyway, the answer you should get in the heel of the hunt in the long run is 0.9880, something close to that. Okay? And if you want to check your answer with the R programming language, this is the command you would use, pnorm of 2.26. Okay? And you should get an answer like that. Well, really, actually, 2.26, you might be able to sort of get it a bit more accurate, because obviously I'm being a little bit, I'm jumping here, so I'm just sort of writing my z-score to 2 decimal places, which is consistent with using statistical tables. So you should get it in numbers close to that, okay? So we'll leave it there.